how much good can come when you give a really talented artist production budget. What's up, friends? Today we're checking out Kenshi Yonezu's latest song, Yodaka. We'll be looking at it from the perspective of a producer and songwriter. Expect pauses as we go through specific elements of the song. He's been releasing just pure fire up until this moment. His last songs have been incredible. I'm very excited for him to release a full-length album of this type of material because his production value has just been shooting up and his creativity is reaching its... He just keeps peaking. He just keeps getting higher and higher. And he's released global massive hits, so this boy's a superstar. Ooh. Oh, this is so cool. Really love that first intro. We've got kind of two parts of it. The first having these vocals that are processed to make them sound kind of eerie and otherworldly, paired with woodwind instruments that start high and go low and kind of blend with the vocal in a really nice, cool way. Then we have this awesome vocal sample being used and split apart to create this and the drum line is so much fun. It has this kind of hip-hop breakbeat vibe to it. And it's a little abnormal for Kenshi because I feel like he's really prone to using more inorganic sounding drums, but these drums sound incredibly organic and natural. Yeah, love the way he's chopped that sample too, and his team, like everyone involved with the production of this song. Really impressed with Kenshi Yonezu's ability to go from this really intimate, breathy sound with his vocal into this more intense, distorted vocal, using his vocal fry, that sound blended with a bit of belt and kind of going to its limits to create that type of sound. It sounds perfect. He's just trained his vocal to be on point and to activate exactly in the moments he wants it to. The arrangement production is really cool here as well, giving plenty of room for the vocal. We've got drums, bass, and this one keyboard element that is stripped of its higher end frequencies so that it feels like it's more restricted, like it could be underwater. And it's certainly not getting in the way of the clarity of the higher frequencies from Kenshi Yonezu's voice, which helps as he's going more toward the lower end of his range at the beginning of this song. So just a well-written piece. Love the bass line and how it leads into the chorus with a dam, 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 paired with a really cool breakbeat on the drums. Great performance of the chorus right here. Just really high energy vocals. Also, the arrangement is super interesting here. We've got these, again, processed background vocals that are being used almost as if they were a synthesizer to create these fun elements. We've got a lot more energy in the synthesizers. A lot more of that high-end frequency has been released to create that burst. Also, that chorus is just so catchy. What a vibe. And then going right after that, we go back into a post-chorus that is very similar to the second part of the intro with that vocal sample being chopped. Oh, the bass line was sick too. Nice halftime feel. Oh, that growl in his voice. I love how they switch up the drum sound in that portion right there, getting that halftime feel. and having more electronic drums with kind of more that low end feel, again going to that vocal that we heard in the very first part of the intro, that kind of ooh, that otherworldly type of sound. Yeah. Harmonies here are sick. It's so funny because I was just discussing literally yesterday with a musician I was working with the importance of having harmonies just show up occasionally as this little like taste, this little emphasis. And he does that right here in the second verse. I don't know what to call that first part of the second verse. It feels very different from the second part of the second verse. It's kind of like a pre-verse, but this second verse here feels more like the first verse that we experienced. This is kind of a longer form second verse for this song. Like in normal pop formula, you don't hear really extended second verses. It's normally the first verse is longer, not the second verse. So I think that's fascinating, and that's a really interesting experimental way to play with form in terms of songwriting. Yeah, that little harmony is sick though. Such good vocals, such good control of his vocal range and of his vocal stylings. Love the way he uses silence here. Just builds up that synth. Oh, that tom. Again, using that silence, using that moment where all the production drops to add this really great suspense and create this awesome moment as we lead into the next chorus. Yeah, he's just so freaking good at it. Also, these really larger than life lyrics, these very triumphant, these very intense, blinded, kneeling down. Just, it sounds so epic, otherworldly, so cinematic. He's so good at doing that with his lyrical content as well as his the way he uses his vocal. Effortless falsetto. The bass lines in the song are sick. Interesting. Cool. Oh. Starting where we began. Oh, the way that they blend that really intense white noise sound with the snare at the end is so cool. I love doing that. I should have used white noise as the snare recently on a hip-hop song I released just last year. What a cool song. It's so catchy. It's so fun. It's so experimental. The production value is so high. I think Kenshi Yonezu's really been releasing just his best work, which I think goes to show how much good can come when you give a really talented artist production budget. You know, we just need to give the best creatives who are really interested in doing experimental, cool things that are still palatable, that are still creative. We just need to give them as much money as we can. Yeah, what a vibe. This is such a cool song. Such great vocal control. Really like the way he uses chopped vocals. I like that section with the guitar solo. I like that it's kind of this crunchier, darker guitar solo, more focused on chords, but it does feel intense because we haven't really heard that type of electric guitar throughout the rest of the song, so it adds this moment to the song. This song is full of just intense moments, and they're well transitioned between themselves. Yeah, really enjoyed this. I've actually made a remix of one of Kenshi Yonezu's songs, like a hip-hop remix, and of a few other Japanese songs that I've particularly liked. You can check those out here. If you want to see more content of me reacting to Kenshi Yonezu and other great artists, you can subscribe, and I'll also be posting music. Thanks so much. Catch on the flip.
The bomb.